Hey everyone, this is Kody. This is my topic 2 video, how you knew you were transgender and how you knew transitioning was right for you. Uh, so basically, I've kind of known, not necessarily that I was transgender, but I always knew that there was something a bit different about myself from probably as far back as I can remember, which is the age of 6. Sorry if you can hear my dogs kind of doing the knot at small kids out the back right now. I would shout, but it really doesn't help. Anywho, yeah, I've kind of known there was a difference in myself from a very young age. Whenever I was at school, I knew I was biologically female, but I have always been told by my parents from quite a young age, and I don't know how young, because I'm just kind of retelling a story that my parents have told me. From quite a young age, I always asked them where my parts were, why I didn't have one, and when would I get one. But I suppose getting older, I knew that I was, as I said before, biologically female. But mentally, I didn't feel my mindset matched my my body. So yeah, I guess I did classify myself as one of the guys. Growing up, I would kind of take the male roles in games and such. So yeah. How did the possibility of transitioning come to your attention? Well, as I progressively got older and older, I did always kind of have those moments where I wish I would go to sleep and wake up a guy. My mind, but just with a guy's body. Very often that happened. I did always have the kind of thoughts as well of why was I not born in a male body? And I guess as I got older and older, the thoughts became more prominent and frequent. I suppose I never really thought much of it. I wouldn't say I was girly, but I wasn't exactly boyish either. I did used to wear makeup. I did have long hair, but I never really owned girls' clothing. I always tended to wear more kind of androgynous or boys' clothing. My mum used to try to persuade me to get kind of girly things like dresses and skirts, and and I never liked the thought of that. I never really considered the whole possibility of transitioning until I actually came out about 2 years ago, just after my 21st birthday. I think I kind of had a realization that, okay, 21 is not old, but I'm getting on. Like, I didn't want to leave it for numerous amount more years, and you know, maybe leave it too late. So I kind of did some soul searching, and I read into some kind of transgender stuff, and I really related to it, and I think it kind of clicked with me then that this is what it was, and that something could be done about it. So it was then, a few weeks later, that I decided to tell people. So I think there's actually, I'll come to that a bit later. Do you, and if so, when did you start identifying as trans? Yes and no. I think it's kind of complex. I think I kind of identify as trans at the moment because I'm pre-T, and I don't know. I think whenever I start taking T, it's not that I don't identify as male. I do identify as male, but in a sense, I don't feel as male as I would do if I was to be on T, if that makes any sense. So guess once I start T and I start physically looking more masculine than I do now, I think I'll perceive myself more and more as male than trans, if that makes sense to anyone. Have you told people? If so, who and when? Yes, as I think I had a brief moment earlier. I did tell people within the first kind of few weeks of actually having the realization that this is what I wanted to do. I told my family, although it did take a while, to pluck up the courage to kind of come out to them, because I had previously come out as being gay, well, lesbian, at the age of about 12 or 13, I think, so pretty young. And I know it kind of, they didn't take it really badly, but it was a bit of a shock, I suppose. So I was worried as to how they would take the news. But, you know, I suppose they took it as well as could be expected. I mean, they didn't completely dismiss the fact. They just kind of asked if this is what I definitely wanted to do, and, you know, when I said yes, then it was kind of just, as long as it makes you happy, then we're behind you all the way. And that was kind of the response I got from my friends, my family, and my girlfriend, who I think I mentioned in my intro, has been with me for 3 years, and I met her when I was presenting more female, and I was identifying as a female, and she does identify, well, did identify, I did identify as a lesbian, and I think since I've kind of come out as being trans, then she's identifying more as queer, but kind of only for me. So I'm lucky. So yeah, how did I tell people? Well, I think I just covered that really, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did it over the phone, just to add that on. I'm not great at face-to-face conversations. I get very nervous, and I kind of seize up a bit, and I'm not very good at openly discussing things face-to-face. So I hope that was everything. I'm sorry, I think I rambled quite a lot because I don't discuss things very much. So that was probably really patchy and rambly. Sorry. And there's dogs going nuts in the background, and I'm kind of getting distracted between dogs and kids, and yeah. So sorry if I could have been more informative, and I really wasn't. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that anyway. I have a lot of catching up to do, so I'll make a new vid whenever possible. So thanks for watching, and see you later.